Hey guys, it's LEGO Boy Z3. These are my best solves from Veterans Day Open 2017. So Veterans Day Open 2017 is a cubing competition that I went to a week ago, so I'm just going to take this video to show you my best solve from every event, as well as talk about how I did. So first up, let's just talk about 2x2. So I'm actually pretty happy with how I did in this event, even though I don't really care about the event in general. So I got a PB average of 5.21, as well as a pretty good single, which was also a PB of 3.18. Then for 3x3, I'm actually even more happy with how I did. So I was hoping to definitely get a sub 17 average, and maybe a sub 16 average if I got lucky, and I actually got a 15.73, which is actually really good. In fact, these solves were all really lucky. I didn't actually execute them very well, but yeah, they were very lucky, so they were very fast. I actually got a 12.71 as my first solve. So yeah, I'm really happy with how I did in that first round of 3x3. I got in 16th place, which easily got me into the second round out of 32 people advancing. In the second round, I didn't do quite as great. I got a 16.46 average, which is still better than my previous official average PB, but it wasn't a PB because of the previous round. So yeah, I still got a pretty decent solve, 14.9, not bad for me. But unfortunately, that second average got me into 17th place, just one place away from the 16 people advancing to the final round. That would have been my first time ever getting to the final round of 3x3 in a competition, but unfortunately, I was still one place away. Anyway, next up on Kilominx, we had 2 rounds of this, so I wasn't too worried. For the first round, I got a 7.53 average, which isn't good for me at all. The 4.42 single was pretty good, but honestly all I cared about in that round was making it to the final round, because that's where the rankings really do matter, and I really did practice a lot before that round, and I did pretty good. I got a 5.34 average, which is an official PB average, which is really nice, and I actually got first place in Kilominx, which is actually really cool. I didn't really expect it, but I was actually over a second ahead of the second place person. So yeah, I actually had a lot of fun with Kilominx at this competition. Scube was also a similar story, even though there was only one round. I knew I had a chance to podium and do really good in it, so I practiced a lot leading up to it, and I actually got a PB average of 5.98. So that was good enough to get me first place, again by over a second, which is actually really cool, going to a competition being able to win 2 events, both with 5-second averages by over a second from second place. So yeah, that's actually really cool. It's actually 0.03 away from the Colorado State record in Scube, which is 5.95, so yeah, I guess I still need to beat that. So now let's talk about 3x3 Blindfolded. So this was a very interesting event, much like my last competition. I actually again got 2 successes and 1 DNF, just like the last one, but the successes were actually much better and much closer to my normal average than at the last one. So we got 2 550s in my first 2 solves. After that first solve, I was really happy. It was definitely a PB single, so I didn't really care if I had DNF'd the last 2 solves or anything like that. But then I actually improved by 4 more seconds on the second solve, and that actually got me into 3rd place overall in Blindfolded. By less than a second, I got 3rd place from the 4th place person. And then of course I went on to DNF my 3rd solve. One of the first couple algorithms that I executed on the cube, I just did it totally wrong, like I just wasn't thinking, and just totally messed it up. I tried to recover, but I didn't think it was right, so I just kind of went on with the rest of the solve knowing that it was probably going to be a DNF, and of course it was in the end. So yeah, the couple of moves that I messed up in the algorithm once again prevented me from getting an official blindfolded meet of 3, which is something that I really want to do, and maybe I'll do it eventually. Last competition I also messed up getting it by about 1 or 2 moves. Now Kilominx is an event that I like, but I don't really care about it, so honestly I just kind of forgot about practicing for it right before this competition, so I probably had like maybe 1 or 2 solves right before the average to practice, and that was just about it. So I got a 152 average, which is not that good. My PB average is a 142 in competition, so yeah, I didn't do that great, but I actually did get a PB single by less than a second, so that's kind of cool. Now finally, this competition did hold Kilominx, or Kilominx, whatever you want to call it, unofficially, because of course it's not an official WCA event. Now to this day I've probably only ever done 10 times solved on this cube ever, so yeah, I don't have a lot of experience, but I did get an average of 52 seconds, which I don't know if it's good at all. I don't know. I seem to get better times than most of the people at the competition, but yeah, I don't think it's that good. Got a 45-second single, which I don't know if that's good. It's just Kilominx. I don't care about Kilominx. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this competition video, and I'll see you guys next time.